Sure wins MMA. I'm here with Gianni Vazquez after his UFC debut last night on Saturday, February 7th, against Javid Basharat.
Hey,
How are
what's
you
up, my
doing?
brother?
How you
Thank
doing?
thank you for having me here, bro. I appreciate like the time to come down here and then like uh do this for me.
No, I appreciate you for inviting me down here to come and meet you, bro, face to face. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you as well for giving me the time to ask you a couple questions and answer them for me.
Let's do it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
yeah, let's do it. All right. My first question, not a lot of people get to say, they fought in the UFC. How do you feel after, finally getting here after 10 years and getting to step into the octagon and on 2 days' notice getting to go the full 15 minutes and get a close decision, but I mean it didn't go your way unfortunately, but it was still a close fight in my eyes, and I'm pretty sure in a lot of other people's eyes.
I mean, I feel good. I feel comfortable. It was pretty good experience for me because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get any nervous at all. As soon as I step in the cage, I kind of feel like it was meant to be there for me, and then I belong there. You know, um, the decision is just like something that is not in my hands. The judges are the ones that like make the decision, but I feel like comfortable that like to say that like I feel like I won the fight. I know it was a close fight, but like the way I see it is like you gotta pay attention who was the fighter that was trying to finish the fight all the time, and I feel like I was the one that was trying to finish the fight the whole time. Even in the ground, you know everybody knows I don't gonna initiate takedowns. I'm gonna defend it, and then if they get me down, then I'm gonna try to submit you non-stop.
Right.
I'm gonna be working off my back, um, Charles Oliveira style, non-stop, relentless with the submission threats, and then if I can get you in the submission, and my coach say it's time to get up, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get busy. And I show it yesterday. You know, for sure it was a rough situation. The way that we got into the UFC, and then my body didn't respond the best way. Like for me, I would liked it, but it's not sad histories here. Like we keep moving, we keep going, and then like it was just the beginning of something bigger, and then hopefully for the next fight we can get a full camp, and then or at least more than 2 days. Because I truly believe like if they would have given me like the call on Monday, I would have finished the fight. Not even the full camp on Monday. Because I have 2 days, and then I think if they would have given me Monday, it would have given me a little bit more time to do the weight cut the right way, so my body didn't uh, feel affected in the fight night. Because that's what it is. But no problem, no excuses here. We did our best, and then we try our best to finish the fight.
Okay. And then going more into that fight, against your opponent, did you feel at any point that he had any advantage over you, or did you kind of feel like that there was a certain point in the fight that you saw you had an opportunity that you could have probably done something else or done more?
I mean, I didn't feel like he has any advantage for me because to be honest, like all the pressure was on him. We're talking about a guy who was in the UFC, I think seven fights. He was having a record 14-2, and then the two losses is against like top guys in the division. One loss is against my big brother Ricky Simon, which Ricky Simon was 7 years in the top 10 of the division bantamweight, the only one that possessed like a victory over Merab, the former champion, and then the other loss is against the Canadian guy, and the Canadian guy is like right now in the top five. So like he's supposed to be one of the top prospects right now in the division in the UFC, a bantamweight. I mentioned it before. I'm a flyweight, so the pressure was on him. You know, I knew I was capable to go up there and put on the show. I know I have power in my hands. I know I have like Mexican uh, blood in my body, and then I know I was down to scrap. So as soon as I find my distance and I realized that he couldn't hurt me with the hands, that's when I tried to start like putting the pace. But you know, it is what it is. No, I don't feel like he was having an advantage on me. I feel like if the advantage it was for me. Because I have nothing to lose and I have everything to win. And then last night for me was a win. Even if the judges didn't see it like that, for me it was a win. Everybody see it. Uh, Everybody was talking about it. I won the fight, and then I believe for me it was a win.
That's good. Uh, I feel like a lot of people too, a lot of the fans out there, they look forward to seeing you after last night. I mean, from the previous interview, you said you were ready to put on a show and let the fireworks fly and everything like that. And I feel like, I mean, you went out there and you did your thing. I mean, it looked like you were feeling yourself. It looked like you had been in the UFC before. Um, it looked like it was all natural, like it wasn't your debut. So I mean, that's something good. Pertaining to that though, are you guys looking for like a quick turnaround fight, or do you want to kind of take a couple months off type thing and then get like a regular camp going and stuff like that, or what's kind of the idea like with that?
I mean, we're always ready. We're always training. We're always trying to improve and learn new things, and then work on like the mistakes. Because obviously, uh, we're humans and we make mistakes every single fight, and we try to adjust and get better. Obviously, like we love to have a full camp. Like 8 to 10 weeks is the best for me, because every camp I go to Mexico for 2 weeks to do camp up there with my coaches there too. That would be the best case. But since I'm always training and ready, and the longest I'm healthy, like I'm down to step in the cage. Like I said before, right now, if you give me a week, it's good because I will be able to do the weight cut the proper way, and then 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm a man that love to do what I do, and then you know literally like yesterday, I treat that fight like a street fight in my head. I was like, I'm just gonna go up there and then scrap, because like it wasn't time to prepare, and then that's how for me it was when I was younger, the street fights, like you go up there, you're walking around, and then next thing you know, you're scrapping with somebody that you don't know, and then it's a fight. So that being said, like I'm ready to fight anytime, anywhere, but for sure, if they give me a full camp, I will promise that I'm gonna give you my full potential, and my performance is gonna be way better.
Is Sorry, next question. Is there like a specific opponent that you would like to go against, or like a specific kind of style that you would like to go up against?
I would say, I don't have any issues with any style. As last night I proved it. I'm dangerous in the ground. I'm dangerous in the stand up. But the only thing I would say is that like I would like some opponents that can back it up whatever they say. Uh, like at the weigh-ins, my opponent was mad and he was talking a lot of crap and telling me that he was about to give me ass beating, and then after the second round he became a grappler and trying to hook my leg. So you know, all the respect. The fight is over, whatever. But like I'm a man of my word, and then if I talk something, I'm gonna make sure I back it up. So like for sure I would have to fight somebody that like can back it up whatever they say. Like anyone can get it, anytime can get it. And then if they're gonna say they're gonna scrap, like for sure I will be down to, and I would love to like face them and then scrap with them. I'm not scared about getting knocked out. I'm not scared about getting submit. I'm down just to go up there and put everything on the line. So whoever wants to fight me next, just I would say like if they say something, they better like back it up.
Okay, okay. Um, Now, getting more into, now that you're in the UFC, how does it feel after everything, after yesterday, after the fight happening and everything? Now that you finally got to like soak it in, take in the moment, how does it feel to you? Does it feel like a type of relief now that after all you've done, it's finally paid off, or do you kind of feel hungry to do more now?
No, brother, I feel like I feel more pressure on myself because like I'm really hard with myself, and then I feel more pressure about like literally the first thing I thought last night after the fight. I was like, okay, I need to train better. I need to train more. I need to train like harder. I need to find the ways to like correct these mistakes. Like that get me excited because for sure, like for me, uh, the bigger the challenge, the more excited I get to train, and then the more excited I get to like go up there and put on the show for all the fans. So, you know, it's just like I'm in a new platform. I'm in the at the company that I always dreamed to be in, and then so for who everybody know, for all those who know me, I always been saying the day I get signed up for the UFC, the first contract is the more important, and it's not gonna be rest. You know, it's like the opposite. I'm gonna work harder because the first contract is the one that is gonna decide if I'm gonna stay in the company or I'm gonna leave, and then I came here to stay.
I like that. I like that. I mean, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you are gonna be here to stay for a while. Um, Compared to that, after this week, you're gonna go back and start training. Is there anything specific you're gonna be trying to like work on or anything like that, or are you just gonna kind of wrap around all your tools and kind of try to upgrade everything?
I mean, I would say like we're just gonna try to clean it up, everything, for sure I'm gonna try to get better and not let people holding my legs down for too long, not let people like laying on my legs and do nothing, uh but like it's nothing that I have to worry about it, like I always prepare good with my Muay Thai, my boxing, my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu. So I'm a 100% MMA fighter and I'm well rounded, so just trying to get better at it in all the aspects.
Okay. And compared to the last interview, right? You were talking about how your mom watches the fights and everything like that. Was she watching you when you came out to fight, or was she too nervous to watch your fight?
Brother, she was watching it, and then after the fight she texted me right away, like we have to talk about a lot of things, call me please. So I called her, and then she started telling me all the notes she took during the fight. She thought that like she said that like this fight remind her like when I was younger, and then I didn't have a game plan. She said this fight was like remind me those days when you didn't have a game plan, because I feel like in 2 days notice you didn't have enough time to study the guy and create a game plan. So I feel like you just went up there and take the first round to like analyze everything, take some data, and then like in the second round, that when I see you came out, it's like okay, now he knows what he's doing. Like, because the first round I feel like you were a little bit lost, to be honest. So he points some couple things up there. Of course, my mom is always like trying to like bring the best out of me. So she told me what I need to do more and what I should focus on. But she was happy. She was really happy about it.
Okay. That's and what about your coach? Because I know you were saying about your former coach, your Muay Thai coach, that he was able to come to the Las Vegas event and stuff like that. Was he watching as well, or
Brother, everybody was watching the fight in Mexico. My Muay Thai coach was watching the fight, and his whole family. And then, like I say, he's like my dad. He's another person that, as soon as the fight is over, like even my coach Colin Oyama, he knows the relationship I have with him. Coach Colin Oyama, he's the whole time texting him. They're always like texting back and forth. And then, as soon as we go to the car, they like the UFC taking us back to the hotel. Oyama's telling me, hey, call Mario, because his name is Mario Gonzalez of my coach dad up there. He's like, call Mario and tell him what's going on. So right away I call him, and he was super happy and proud of me. For sure. Like he knows, everybody that knows me knows how hard I am with myself, and he's like, please don't be too hard on yourself. Enjoy your night because you did really good. I know it wasn't the result that you wanted, but all the circumstance was hard, and then just please like celebrate, and then like I'm really happy and proud of you. So it was kind of good.
yeah, I feel I mean what your coach told you, those words. I mean you should take them, to heart, and you should kind of enjoy the moment. You did come out on 2 days' notice. You performed. You were able to take him to decision, and you were able to definitely put on a show. And you almost put him out. You had him in a lot of submission attempts, and I mean, like you said, I mean, it wasn't the result you wanted, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're here, and you guys still have another couple fights that you guys are able to focus on, stuff like that. And I mean, just take it on the chin type thing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I say before, like that was the biggest fight in my life, because it was my presentation and the company that I always dreamed to be in. And then, but that's it, brother. That was yesterday. That was last night. It's in the past. We just moving forward and looking ahead. And then now it's just time to get ready for tomorrow, Monday. And as a Monday, we're gonna go back to the gym and do our life, the same thing. Nothing changed. Uh, Now we maybe the only thing is gonna change that I have a little bit more eyes on myself, but it's a big motivation for me. So I'm gonna be more motivated to work harder, and then bring the best of me in the next fight. So that's on the past. Like we're gonna move to the next page, and then like just get ready and then do the best we can.
Okay. And do you guys does you and your team do you guys plan on staying at bantamweight, or do you want to fight at original like how you were already fighting at lightweight? Because I know you said you were already trying to go up to bantamweight and all of that.
I mean, I would say this, brother. Like they give me the opportunity in way, and then if that's the opportunity they give it to me, and they want to keep me in that division, I will stay there.
Okay.
I feel like I proved last night that I'm a pro in that division. But for sure, with the damage I make yesterday at Bantam, and then knowing that I'm a flyweight fighter, I would say that like in flyweight, if they give me a chance, like brother, I can be a champion in a short amount of time, of like 1 year and a half. Like it's just like I see the damage that I did last night. I see how the guy couldn't even hurt me last night, and then a flyweight would be a completely different history, And then, but flyweight, it doesn't matter, brother. Like I said, anyone can get it, and then I will bring the heat to anyone.
Okay. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see you fight again. I'm excited to see, what else you bring to the UFC, because like I said, I mean, you were on a Tuesday's notice and you put out that type of performance, so I can only imagine with the full camp. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to end fights.
For sure, brother. For sure. I the only I can promise to all my people, my fans, and everybody that watch me every single time fight is that like every time I step in the cage, just make like I'm gonna try to finish the fight all the time from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna try to finish the fight. I'm gonna leave all my heart, all my body, all my soul inside the cage, and that's the only thing I can promise. Like this is the fight game, and the fight game sometimes is really hard, and then sometimes it take you out, and then but it's always another day to fight, and then every single time that I have that opportunity to fight another day, I'm gonna give my all.
Uh, in reference to any future opponents or any of the fans that got to learn who you were last night, is there any message or anything specific you want to say to anybody?
I would say, thank you so much, everybody, for the support and love that everybody showed me. Last night it wasn't the result on the eyes of the judges that we wanted, but brother, I leave the cage as a winner. Even I have some videos that people were, like the people that were there take when I was coming out of the cage. When I was coming out of the cage, the whole crowd in the apex, which it was pretty big crowd, was cheering for me after the decision. The whole crowd was cheering for me. I came off the cage with the hands up. My opponent came down with hands down. And then, like I go to grab my phone and I have hundreds and hundreds of messages of people showing me love and support. So for me, last night was a win. And then I can't wait to keep working hard and then like give it to everybody the victory we deserve.
Okay. I think that's gonna be pretty much all the questions I have to have for you. It's Sherwin MMA. I'm with Gianni Vazquez, UFC fighter. Be sure to be on the lookout for his next fight, because he's for sure here to put on a show, and he's for sure here to stay in the UFC. Is there anything else you want to say?
I just want to say thank you to you, brother. Like I said before, like we all fighters are everything because of you, the media. They're giving us the space to put our name up there and then, put us in the eyes of a lot of people. And then to all the fans, thank you, because like without you guys, we're not going to get paid. So I appreciate that you take the time to come here today and meet in person because like we did the first interview and then, it was for me, I'm always grateful to like people reach out for me. For interviews and then we couldn't make an interview last night but since I knew that you were here so for sure I want to do an interview in person because it's always cool to me that somebody that like give you the opportunity before and after.
No,
and
yeah.
then and then I just feel blessed for that and then I just want to say thank you to you.
No, and I want to tell you as well. I mean, I'm grateful and thank you for giving me the space and the opportunity to interview you and sit here with you. As you said, like get the post match and the pre match interview. And I mean, I enjoyed meeting you. I enjoyed getting the opportunity to come see you in person. And I mean, hopefully in the near future, we could interview again and get to meet up again.
Yeah, for sure, brother. The next time we should plan it better, and then I would say we get the interview, we get some food and something, cause like we have to celebrate the next time for sure, and we're gonna celebrate. Next
Oh,
time
for
we
sure.
see each other for sure, it's gonna be a victory, and we're gonna be celebrating. So
Okay,
be
I look
ready, my
forward to it.
brother.
I look forward to it.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.